Yo, y'all, we back. I hope.
Look,
I
I'm just here all
know
the time. I'm just
you
here.
are. I mean, but I
I
couldn't
told you
leave.
if you go on one of the reality shows where you dating, I'm the nigga on the couch.
Oh my
This is my
gosh, y'all!
boy.
Welcome to another
He stays here.
episode. Welcome to another episode of Whiskey Sour Libations and Conversation. It's your girl Dom. That voice that you hear, or if you're watching, that's my boy D. We have an amazing podcast together called Everyone Needs an
Hey man,
Aquarius.
look, man. Our shit's cracking. Our shit is cracking, Dom, right now.
We have such a great time, right? And I couldn't do my our birth week without collaborating on Whiskey Sour together. And I'm sitting back and when I came across this topic that we're about to get
Oh
into,
no, because you wouldn't tell me.
I wouldn't tell you. I think you're kind of gonna be surprised that it kind of even exists,
Trey
but
Songz?
it is everything.
Are we saving Trey Songz for our show next week?
We gonna save. Doug, we could say Trey Songz. We could talk about it a little bit here because he's also a part of this conversation too.
Okay.
A little bit, y'all. In the world of the deep dark dive of the Twitterverse, I discovered a page called Dick Yelp Review.
You said what now?
Yes, I did. Dick Yelp Review, and I used to have a podcast with my sister, and we talked about this page before. This is pre-COVID, right? COVID hits, it disappears. The other day, all of a sudden on my timeline, I see a tweet from Dick Yelp Review.
So, but did they just disable for a while, and if they pop back up with the same exact stuff, like they just disable?
Yeah, it was probably disabled. You know, COVID is happening. Probably people not fucking, or
and people getting jammed up.
Probably getting jammed up. I can see that. But there is a page that exists for us people that indulge in the penis called Dick Yelp. I think that's the handle now. It used to be Dick Yelp Review, but then it got suspended. Then it was Dick Yelp. And it is an amazing Twitter page where you can find dick reviews of people.
So now, my question is, before we go further,
okay,
are there people on there that we know that have been on Dick Yelp Reviews?
Like, yes, so there are people you can submit. It could be, I think for the most part, it could kind of be about anybody or maybe somebody of some sort of stature.
Okay.
But so like recently, I'm on the page because I'm like going through because there are not that many new ones yet because it just
somebody got jammed up.
I came across a Dick Yelp review for this podcaster that I know.
Oh, so they put his name in there?
They put his name, but it doesn't tell you who it comes from.
But they say the person's name, like John Wilson.
Yes.
But how reliable are these? Because I can just go on there to fake name.
Okay, so that's the thing. It's like what's true, what's fake. You kind of know sometimes, unless somebody is very, like. Literally, I'm not gonna say literary advance. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Where where we know how to write and where it could seem almost believable. So I'm not gonna say the person's name, but I want to, and they're not like super long reviews. I was polite enough to pass the info along. I said, "Yo, they got you on Dick Yelp Review, ass." And he was like, "Huh?" I said, "One moment." So it says, "This person has such a pretty dick. It's thick and fucking amazing. He eats pussy so fucking good, and him eating my ass made me wet 20 out of 20. Oh, he was trying to tweet.
I'd actually frame that.
Listen, he said, I mean, ... Did you doubt this though? All I'm saying is that they got you on a review. Don't shoot the messenger.
So have there been conflicting reviews?
You know, I
Or
don't
one
know
person
because
giving it a 9 out
we
of 10, another
definitely
person 2 out of 10.
okay, so there are some people on here that definitely says a person, and then a girl follows up and was like, absolutely, this is facts because it was trash ping.
Wow. So
Yeah.
they're putting random regular day people on here too.
It be some people that
You have to
I
have
don't
some kind of name though, basically. You don't have to be
yeah,
like
it
super pop.
gotta be. Yo, what's funny is that I'm searching for the page and St. Louis Dick Yelp comes up.
No, hold on, no,
But
no,
it hasn't been tweeted from since
hold on. I gotta hold on.
this isn't okay, so it hasn't been the last tweet was from
Oh
2019.
shit, I found it.
Yeah, but it's yeah.
2019 is
So
okay, okay.
so yeah, so it's no new reviews, but they talk about some people like so here's the thing is that you got to remember when it comes to new things or new up and coming people, especially rappers, because it's a new rapper every other day.
Of course.
I don't be knowing half the people.
Nope, you're not supposed to either. You too old. You
Yeah,
have crossed over the threshold now, Dom. You're not supposed to know no rappers no more now.
I'm really not like if you're. It'll be certain songs, but half
You
the time
shouldn't know.
somebody can say something, and I'm like, who?
Nope, you should know him, Dom.
Yeah, I don't know.
You shouldn't either.
So it's so funny because even recently, they retweeted something that was from 2019, and so this person named Rob Banks. It says
Hey, who the fuck is that?
he responds to a post that they posted, and the post isn't in here, but he responds to whatever they tweeted back in 2019. He said, "Dick Yelp, tell me who wrote that so I can give you the full explanation of what happened. She probably had stank pussy, and I fell asleep off of the drink. From porn stars to IG thoughts, world know I got the best dick in the rap game, and that's Fendi facts." So sometimes these people will see it.
Yeah, but
There's
also
one about ASAP
you
Rocky. There's one about ASAP Rocky that seems to be pretty recent.
damn.
Yeah.
The review could be recent, but it could be been a
Yeah,
while
and
back.
yes, correct. So it could be from a time like a couple years ago, but you just came across this page.
Yeah.
So there's one. I got you. Somebody named 285 Slim. I don't know who this is, if that's a rapper or football player or whatever. They said, we fucked a couple of times. The dick is average sized at best. Not very girthy, but he knows how to use it. Good kisser and fun guy to be around. Giving sex a 6 out of 10 because he talked a big game and I was expecting way more. Foreplay, head, etc. He uses magnums. So a girl said, I can confirm that 285 Slim has an average dick. We fucked a couple of times, and the first occurrences were spread out. And the occurrences were spread out. The first time he was a 7 out of 10. The second time he was a 6 out of 10. And there hasn't and won't be a third time. It's like dick that you'll do, but it ain't dick that you can just stop doing. Nothing special, especially not special enough for him. How bitches be acting over him because he's thin as paper. It looks big compared to the rest of his body, but it lacks in girth. It gives pencil dick. Nobody likes a long, skinny dick. And he does use magnums.
This the same guy?
Same guy. And that was the follow-up.
Wow. Damn. I
Yeah.
mean, damn.
So, yeah. This page is wild because, you know, people are mad that it kind of exists.
What do you mean by that?
Like in the sense of women putting out people's business. like sex game. But is it really any different than like back in the day when men would have pages where they would rank and rate women and whatnot?
Mm-hmm.
So I'm like, I can appreciate this because what if it's somebody? If this existed, especially if it was heavy in my St. Louis days, and somebody left a review, and I went to this page and searched, and I saw that it might not have been worth the fuck. Like, I don't count them niggas anyway because I didn't come, so it don't count.
Damn.
But I might have saved like gas mileage or something than dealing with somebody.
Yeah, but you gotta. I mean, this. I mean, how reliable? Because you got some people that just may be mad, like, you know, oh, he stopped fucking with me or she stopped fucking with me. If they end up coming with a pussy Yelp, you know, just
Like you, I mean, yeah, I guess so. But we see that happen all the time where men will out women, and so I'm like, what's the big damn deal? It's like,
I mean, hey, it's whatever. I'm just saying, you know, I'm just trying to check for STL Yelp to see if I'm on there. That's all. I'm just trying to check for myself.
I mean, you remember how to search on Twitter? Did you search?
Oh yeah, no, I'm on STL Yelp right now. I'm on my other computer over here.
Oh my god,
I ain't over here though.
that you know of.
Yeah, no, I've been scrolling. I ain't seen myself.
Well, you know, it's quicker to do that. It's easier way. So since you're on Twitter, you go to the search bar, you type in the name of the page, the name of the page, and then type in your name. So like say Daryl.
Yeah, but like they're this like it's weird because they're not like they're tagging people inside of the actual screenshot. So you can't. It's not tagged. It's like such and such and such.
So it wouldn't matter. So even if they don't at you, so don't put your at, put your name. So just put Daryl Frierson, or just put Daryl. Search it if it's free time. Search Adrian Taylor.
Oh yeah, no, Adrian's not me in here. I'm not. It's all my posts are me.
Okay, because I was like,
yeah. I mean, I'm pretty low key. I don't have to worry about this stuff because I don't be out there and like that, man.
yeah, I could. Let's see. Since you brought up Trey Songz, I don't know. Something to say. So Trey just likes to see women in pain and crying. That was in 2019.
Ooh.
Yeah.
So is he on this Dick Yelp situation?
Yeah, I remember reading one about him, and so that's why like some of this stuff. I think. Okay, I got you. You ready?
Mm-hmm. Let's get it.
Okay. And the what she wrote, because these are screenshots, like you said. It said, "I don't even know where to begin with this." She added Trey Songz.
Okay.
Trey Songz. I was expecting a lot, really. I was only fucking with him at the time. So by the time I seen him, I was ready to be swept off my feet. Instead, he made me pay for my own parking and fucked me on his couch. It started out with him basically telling me to suck his dick or leave. So I whipped it out and started sucking it. It was a decent size. He kept trying to get me to gag. He gagged me so much that I couldn't breathe and tears were streaming down my face.
Whoa.
This isn't the first time I heard this. He seen and was like, yeah, that's what I like. At that point, I was very intimidated. ... This man is crazy. So when we got to fucking, he pulled my legs all the way to my ears and then just started ramming his dick in me. Like, nigga, I'm supposed to take all that dick at the very beginning? Nah, you gotta slow down or at least eat my pussy so I can get aroused. At this point, his dick is touching my stomach and I start to tear. Yeah, I'm sorry. My stomach and I start to tear up because it feels so good / bad. This nigga really trying to take my soul. He stopped after he seen me crying and got dressed, and that was it. No nut, no money, no future. That night was pointless. 1 out of 10. I told him he should have fucked me how he fucked Brittany Renner. And he stated, "You are not Brittany." I stated, okay, I'm me and I deserve to be fucked good. Not that shit you pulled. Only reason I gave it a 1 is because his body is amazing naked. I wish I could have took a picture. Only thing his asshole looked like chewing gum.
Hold on. But like, what is? I mean, I know a chewing gum. Well, why would his asshole look like chewing gum? I'm not gonna go there, man.
If you didn't get it when I said it, you ain't got it.
No, I mean, it's insinuating that something's been up in his ass.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm not going there. I don't know. I don't know. There may be some people that come out anatomically set up to have chewing gum ass. I don't know.
Listen.
So I'm not gonna speak on that.
Look, I just listen. The line that had me was no nut, no money, no future.
She said no future. God damn.
Yeah, it was a mess. It's so this page, I mean, I like hearing the stories. Whether I mean, and you have to also remember too, ladies, just like we know all pussy isn't created equal, neither are all dicks.
100%.
And sometimes men, men will fuck a couch, they socks. So with that being said, it's everything. They're not going to always give you passion, especially if it's somebody that you don't know. Like you don't know like you don't know him like that. So what makes you think that like this sounds really fucked up, but like you special in your house. Once you step foot outside your door, the game changes, my boy.
Yeah. And look here, man. I want to speak for all the brothers in that when they may not want to address this, but all of us have had bad experience, had bad nights at the park. I don't care how much shit you talking or whatever. There's been some bad. It's somebody that's got a bad Yelp review on you.
So I don't know. Like I only like it's like okay.
No, every man has one, at least one.
Yeah, I will say that because like I think of some of the experience. So like Tahir has a new show coming out with Roxy, and they want to like know people that have split.
Roxy Reynolds?
No,
I was like the porn star. Like that'd be kind of gangster. Well, Tahir and
I
Roxy.
would, but no, she's a comedian as well.
Oh, I was like that'd be kind of gangster though. Like Tahir.
Yeah, that would be gangster. But I know that like I think about just even how men kick game. Sometimes I've never had these experiences because I don't. Even when he hit me up for some of my DMs, I said I say, so see, now y'all always thought I was lying. I don't even have any DMs to share because niggas don't be in my DMs.
So do you now question with that? That's a great. Do you think some? I wouldn't say some because that's the bad thing though, because nobody should be. But do you think some women's Instagrams offer them? Or they present themselves as somebody that would want that, or is it just random?
I it be people in. I got a homegirl, and people like it's a dude that's like begging her, and I'm just like.
Is she entertaining him? So I'm just like
no, like not at all. But he just keeps begging, and I'm like,
it's a crapshoot.
I'm like, that's weird. You don't think that's weird? And so I always kind of wonder. I'm like, okay, is people saying something about somebody where this is happening where you can't let this go, or because sometimes for men, some women are conquests. That just be it. This is also why I don't take niggas out the friend zone. Because they be pressed and they say like, "Be waiting, I'm gonna treat you like this," and they treat you shittier than the nigga that you was fucking with.
I mean, I always advise dudes to never say you could do better than another dude. Just don't say that.
Yeah. So this.
I don't know if I will, to be honest.
You say what?
I said, I don't know if I will, to be honest.
Oh my God.
I don't know if I can treat you better. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
Yeah, and so it's like it's just really funny because when you think about like a lot of different stuff, I'm like, wow, like this is like okay. So prime example, I was talking to my homegirl Persephone, and she was telling me, I was telling her how I was virtually assaulted one day on live about the guy. Everybody knows
What
about
the
the
African dude with pulling his dick out?
yeah, he wasn't African. I think he was like Dominican or is Middle East.
He wasn't US based.
He wasn't US based. And like I told you, I could tell by the bed frame. The bed frame lets me know, like, yeah, this ain't it. Cause yeah. So she said that it was a guy performing autofellatio, like that she added to the live. She was like, oh, she's really weird about adding people to the live that she doesn't, like you don't know her or anything because of that. She'll add women, she won't add men. And I was like, wait a second. She's like, yes, I clicked the name, and when it loaded, he must have moved that fast or it was already down there, and he was performing autofellatio.
On himself?
On itself.
So hold on. So,
Did you just
No. I looked down first.
Oh, I thought you was like
yeah, I looked down like, no. Because I was like, okay, all right. I'm not saying it's not possible. I'm just saying how much like that's a lot of like, I don't know, that's like your body contorting like that.
Yeah.
I mean, I remember back in the day they said Marilyn Manson had his ribs taken out.
So yeah, so that's what she said. But see, I remember it was like a comment that they said that about as well. And he was like this dude, like he was on like What I Like About You back in the 90s with like Amanda Bynes and like what's that girl named Janine Garth?
Let me see.
Simon Rex is his name. And I remember Simon Rex. And so I remember hearing that about him, but I always, somebody said he might have did porn. I don't know what's true. Also, like during that time, I didn't grow up with cable or anything, so I don't know. But yeah.
Wesley Jonathan was on What I Like About You?
Who?
Wesley Jonathan, black dude.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
That's my guy's cousin.
That's my cousin too. You know that, right?
Wait, what?
That's my third cousin. Yeah, no bullshit. I've never met him though.
Let me find out that you related to my dude.
Oh man,
It's an Aquarius circle.
Whoa, we really may have to rap now. He's like my third cousin though. No, for real.
Okay, so do you know if it's like on his mom?
I'm gonna send you a private chat to my aunt who is like super good with him. I'm sending a private chat.
Okay, so it's so funny.
You can ask her. Does he know her? Ask her if he knows her.
Okay. That's just so funny. See, you see how quick the world, like how small the world got real quick.
But I've never met him before though. I've never met him.
Yeah, that's so funny. That is so funny. Or what I could do is this. I have a picture. I'll send it to you. And then
I did see a picture of him on your birthday stuff. I saw some pictures. I think I saw him on your
birthday. That wasn't him. He wasn't in any of that.
Oh, okay. I thought I was creeping. I thought I was being a creep. I was like, "Ooh, I got him."
Someone else asked me that, and that's my.
So I wasn't the only one.
Yeah, no, you wasn't the only one. My homegirl hit me up, and I was like, "No, that's not him. I don't post." So yeah,
but it wasn't on your main page. It was on your story. I believe.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So I know what post you're talking about, and then there's one also in my reel.
Yep. Okay.
Yeah. So
dark skin brother. There was a dark skin brother like.
Yeah. No, he definitely. That's my partner. That's my partner.
Yeah. No. I was just like, oh, I wonder if that's homeboy.
No. So it's so funny So back to these dick Yelp reviews, right?
Yeah,
Okay.
which is
So
very
my
humbling.
question to you is, if, like you said, if the pussy Yelp review, and let's say the St. Louis page was
Not
active,
gonna work.
you wouldn't hit if there was a review about somebody? Or what if even if it was a good review and it was a chick that you knew and y'all was kind of rapping and you came across this post? Would that deter you from sleeping with her and you heard it was like a 20 out of 10? Would you hit it or would you be like, I don't know?
Man, that's a good fucking question, yo.
Because we already know how I feel. I feel like, yeah, we know it's like you said, probably some of these are out of malicious intent or whatever.
Mhm.
Or and sometimes women and men do things just to have a story,
Yeah,
right? So
because they're the hero in their own story.
yes, yes. And so when I really think about it in hindsight, like there are certain things that I've experienced that I would, never share or do anything like that. Um, but I wonder if, like, but for me, I feel like it's kind of important because I've had this conversation with my mom. There are some men that just really know how to fuck, and there are some men that just
Like,
don't.
yeah, yeah.
And so, and for it, for some women to, yeah, I fuck this person, like, and I crossed their path, and they was like, fuck. I was like, yeah, no, your big game, boy.
But you know what? I wonder this though too.
Hmm.
If if you were just a like, so have you watched you watched season 2 of Harlem yet?
Yes, I watched
You
the
know what
third
episode I'm talking
episode.
about then, right?
Yes, yes, where they were. This is their
Dude that
first
had
time,
money.
huh?
The dude had money that was messing with the dark skinned thick
Yes,
girl.
yes.
So I wonder if you were just a regular dude that had bread, just kind of chilling, you weren't talking no shit. Would it be is the impetus to out somebody like that if they're just a regular, cool, nice person and they ain't on no bullshit?
Mm.
And they just happen to have a small penis or they don't know how to work it well. Or is a man or female, are you willing to work with them or not feel like you won't want to out them because they didn't do nothing, like they just is what it is.
Yeah, it would be. I don't
Talking
know.
big
You
shit
would,
like, yo, I get you back spot. We finna tear it down. The whole wall's coming down. If you're just like, hey, we having a good time, we have sex, and it's not necessarily that's kind of a scumbag thing to do. If the person was a good person to you, they just maybe not
yeah,
been compatible with you. That's some scumbag shit to me.
yeah. I think also if I were to do it, I would have to be so far removed from the situation where it wouldn't look. You would have to plan when you would even drop that info.
But why do it if they was a cool
But
person?
in his case, I think she would have even been cool had homeboy not responded like that. So like, yes, in this case, he's deserving of a review. But
Mm.
but like you said, I think if things could have potentially went different, somebody was gonna say something. Like a nice guy knows how to use his tongue, ping game, maybe not so great.
I'm talking about where you just give him a bad review. Like I'm talking about like, so let's say it was what dude, he's a nice dude. It just wasn't like there like that, but he ain't treat you wrong. He took you a great time. Y'all, it wasn't nothing at all. You're least likely, I feel like, to like go back and give unless you're a fucking psychopath to me, like to go get a bad dick Yelp review.
Yeah,
Because like that was a good person. It's like, okay, yeah, we weren't
yeah.
sexually compatible, but they was a fucking good fucking person. I'm not gonna be an asshole like that.
I don't know. That's a tough question.
Well, you're a fucking psychopath. Anybody that does
So
something
here's
like
the
that, you're
thing.
a
Okay, so
psychopath.
here's the thing. Okay, I'm gonna
And
tell you.
maybe I'm empathetic.
Okay, so
Maybe
I
I
didn't
got like
submit the
I'm an empath.
review. I didn't submit a review. I gave a friend a review. And
A
only
friender? What is that?
a
A friender?
friend, a friend. So
Oh, that's different. That's a
no,
personal friendship.
it's kind of the same thing.
I
To
gave a review though once too. Okay. Okay. Well, yeah.
Yeah, and so I'm normally, even when it comes to sex in general, I'm not a kiss and teller for real.
No, but
Because
I tell you my worst one.
yeah, I'm like I don't really kiss and tell because I know this is very cliche to say, or but you shouldn't tell everything that goes on your bedroom, because then next thing you know, your homegirl, your this person that you think is your friend is trying to fuck on your nigga. So, so it's different. So the dude, that peed in my bed,
Oh, that's right. Damn.
um, it would be an extended period of time where we're removed. Like this is like, when I say extended, like maybe maybe a a couple years, a year or two, couple years, maybe, yeah, a couple years removed, right? Because I don't even know if I'm dating at this point. I haven't even met my guy yet, right? So this is a long time ago. I'm out with my homegirl Kendra. I can say her name because we've talked about this on the podcast. So Kendra and I, like, she just moves to St. Louis. I get introduced to her through my really good friend Larry, who's been on the podcast, and I, and my cousin, we all go to out one night. We go to a bar. Whatever it is, we're sitting on this chair, and I just so happen, I don't know how, what the universe said, but the universe said to look at her phone, like as she was texting. This person's name was not common. So I said, hey, I ain't trying to be in your business. Does this person rap? And she said, yeah. I was like, girl, is he from this place? She said, yes. I was like, I think this is this person.
Oh, I'm finna get in the private chat. Hold on.
And it's not Meek Mill. And so I thought it just like it came across like that. It's not Meek Mill. Like, I don't know Meek Mill or anything. That was just really random to say, but it was just really funny. But so that happens,
It's
right?
an STL rapper.
No.
Okay.
And so I was like, okay. She's like, yeah, I met him and blah blah blah. He seems to be real cool, and I might just really horny, and I'm new, like I'm trying to get some dick. I said, it ain't worth the dick. I was like,
I gave the same
I
kind of
think
review.
I was I had suffered for you, where it ain't good, and he might be in your bed. And she was like, what? I'm like, yeah, I'm gonna say, like, if you want to, like, do it, like, just know that, like, it might not be good. Like, it will be mediocre, and you will kind of be like, I could have had a V8.
Damn.
And she was like, oh my God, Dom. I was like, if you're really just trying to get your rocks off, it's cool. Like, I might, but for me, it wasn't even cool like that. I was like, oh, why am I doing this? And the next thing you know, I gotta piss in my bed.
Ooh. So mine was more of a shout out to the great Adrian Sadler.
Oh my gosh.
We
Does
this
he
thing.
ever, hold on, wait, while we here, does Adrian ever check it out, like the podcast? We gotta just send him a clip
No, he is not.
Married at First Sight.
No, he listens to Everyone Needs an Aquarius.
Okay.
He listens to that.
Adrian, like, I miss you. I haven't seen you in so long. Like,
He listens to
you
that.
see me when he would come in town, so we would kick it.
No, so I remember I told him it was a situation I had. I was like, yo, this is the worst sex I had in my life. And I remember telling the story, laughing about it. Fast forward 2 years later, the same girl's pressing him at Lola at one of our parties. And I was like, hey, B, remember the story I told you? And he was like, yeah. I was like, that's her. He's like, no. I was like, dog, when I tell you that's the worst ever. And I drove 35, 40 minutes from the city,
Ooh.
fucking deep North County, to fucking Shackleford.
Speaking of that, like, what's the farthest that you drove to get some pussy?
And okay, now this is a lateral question here. Like for a trip, like overnight for like a weekend, or like within like boundaries of like a city boundaries.
It doesn't matter. What is the farthest you have driven to get
10
pussy?
hours. 10 hours.
Was the pussy worth the 10-hour drive?
Yes.
I would hope because you drove 10 hours. That's
What? No. Okay. It was 10, but I was driving through the area but I had to drive maybe another 2-3 hours outside of my normal route because my first job I traveled for work, so I had to drive all across the country. So I went an extra 3 hours out the way of my normal route. So 3 hours.
wow. I think the furthest I've driven,
Maybe 4. So
I think the furthest that I've ever driven for dick, honestly, I'm gonna say I don't think I've ever driven really far.
now I did drive 18 hours to see my girlfriend one time at the time.
Okay. Yeah, still count.
What is 18 hours then?
Oh my God. Where was she and where were you?
I drove from Lake Tahoe to Omaha, Nebraska in like 19, 20 hours. Yeah. But I had to go that way already. I just left early and I didn't stop. Like I took like a nap, an hour or two nap, I think like in Salt Lake City, and then kept pushing.
Yeah, I don't think I've ever really driven far because like I'm trying to think about like even my relationships in St. Louis. I'm thinking about my relationships out here. And I dated a guy that went to
And I didn't have sex either during that time either. Me and her were like it was some weird shit with us. So I didn't have sex either that time. Just to give you the back. There's a longer story with that, but I didn't hit either at that time. No, it was on some funny style shit going on. Yeah, yeah. Now I don't drive 18 minutes.
yeah, I would not I would yeah, I would yeah, I think currently like the max for me is just because traffic LA should be spread out. It's like
So it's
30
about what,
minutes.
an hour, hour and a half, maybe, probably max in
Uh
LA.
max probably about an hour, 2 hours, depending
Yeah,
on
because I mean
where.
it's LA though. Yeah, that's
Yeah,
like driving to
it's
Columbus.
LA. It be the traffic, but
Yeah,
I think that's the most. And I'm trying to even think back to my St. Louis days, and it's been stuff under, like an hour. Um,
she never drove to Chicago to get up with some dude you was messing with.
I never talked to a guy from Chicago.
Oh shit. Okay, well, I've done that.
Yeah, I've never. That's so funny. I've never talked to a guy.
Oh, I think she froze up. Yeah, might be me. I don't know. We finna find out. Well, it's my show right now until she pop back on. Um, Anybody out there in La La Land, say hello, hello, hello.
Guy from
Uh,
Kansas City. Nothing. I don't know when it just knocked us out and then put us back in. So,
yeah. I was like, is it my show now? I don't know.
but I don't know, like it's just this weird thing where yeah, I never really.
Yeah, but you're in a privileged situation because I would assume most people, male or female, no matter fine. Well, I mean, I would say a lot of people have driven, over 2 or 3 hours to see somebody at least once in their life, maybe twice. Yeah.
Kansas City, nothing. You think so?
Yeah, for sure.
I've never. Shout out to those people. Shout out to all y'all. Shout out to your 19 hours, though
Yeah.
it was not rewarding in the end.
No, but I mean, it was a lot of. It's a longer story with involved with that or whatever, But yeah, I mean, it wasn't worth it overall. Obviously, I ain't with the woman, so I mean,
Yeah, I definitely gonna have to figure. I definitely want to know that story because that's loud.
Yeah, no, it got wilder because that was a longer term thing though for like another 5 years off and on after that. Yeah, it was a lot.
friend, I am shook it. Like I don't know. I don't know. Like I just
But my pimping never stopped now. Don't get it twisted. It's not
I
like
would hope.
the
I would hope because
pimping never stopped.
I couldn't imagine. I couldn't imagine.
Never.
Wow. And thank you guys in the comments. Thank you, because this is streaming live.
Yeah, thank you. Oh, I'm just seeing them. Happy birthday. Thank y'all for the birthday wishes. Thank you.
Yes, thank you. We appreciate it. I'm just sitting here. I'm just shocked because I couldn't foresee myself unless there were other like nature's calling experiences with holding the box. And I know my God just drove 19 hours to see me.
Yeah, it was way more complicated than that. Way more complicated.
Was this somebody's wife?
Hell no. I was only 22, 23 years old.
Listen, wives be liking the youngins.
That's true. I mean, that's true. There's a whole nother story about my old lady I had that was out of Baltimore. Because if I'm 42, she's about a good 54, 55 now.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, listen.
I'm gonna send you. She bad though now. Don't get it twisted.
So I think that it's funny because I think that we probably have similar experiences in certain parts, and I
and she's an Aquarius too. She's an Aquarius.
Well, mine wasn't an Aquarius, but it'd be like it's weird things. I swear, I always say I feel like that only happens to us. Only happens to us. It wouldn't happen to anybody else. But that's really strange, and I don't know. Like when we like okay, so I want to circle back to the question though. Like now that
I just sent you the link.
Okay. So now that we have talked about other things, like so, let's go back to the Dick Yelp review question.
Yep.
If you think you can answer it now, do you think that?
Chris, come on in, man. Jump in the conversation, man.
Do you think that you could hook up with a chick that has a review and it was a really good review and you really fucking with her? Do you think that was, you like yay or nay?
How fine is she?
You really fucking with her. You fucking with her heavy.
I'm fucking with her.
You fucking with her heavy, and then all of a sudden you're
so just okay. Now, are you saying with a negative review turn me off, or a positive review turn me on, or vice versa?
Okay, so let's say it could be negative. It's just a review. It just landed in your lap. I would say
it's not online. This is a general review.
It's online. It's online because now let's say there's
No, I'm saying, but what if there's a review? The person doesn't know you kicking it with them, but they're reviewing them, and you're just kind of in the how sometimes people don't know who's messing with who, and they just get to talking.
Yes, yes. So it could be online, or it could be online, or it could be somebody talking. I kind of like the idea of the online because it's anonymous. And sometimes when we're talking to people, we know how people kind of have a tendency to sometimes fabricate certain things. So you don't know what's real and what's fake, but you have this review and you're like a little inquisitive or intrigued by this review that has been left.
That's hard, man. Oh, that's hard. I don't know what I honestly don't know what I would do. I don't know.
That's funny. Because I feel like for me, the Aquarius in me that is always searching and always.
And probably sent me on a rabbit hole thing. That's the problem.
Yeah, so it makes me worldly, but then
now I gotta find 5 guys she fucked.
But that's also the Aquarius way, like,
and it doesn't hurt me though. That's the thing, though. Like, it don't hurt me. That's the thing. I think other men may be like, oh no, I need to know. Like, now we're torn the Band-Aid off. Now we might as well fucking find out for real.
Yeah. So I'm wondering. So for me, if I saw there was a bad review about, let me see if there's a review and if I can compare anything. Because sometimes you like wonder or you kind of think what could happen, but then when people start to say similar stories, you wonder if it's true. Like, yeah, this might really be like this.
Yeah, that's the thing. Yeah, it could. Yeah, that's why I got to find out for real, and I got to be anonymous. I got to be creeping on an anonymous tip too. So I
Yeah.
can't be like I gotta go undercover.
Yeah, it's yeah, how you will have to get your information. But the easy thing about this will be is that it gives people, it's not like the comments are off. It gives people the opportunity to respond. So if men are under it saying, oh yeah, she do this thing where she about to climax or
Now
something,
that's
and the other dude
now
can be
now
like,
we get
yeah, and then it could be
now we're
another
getting
dude.
ridiculous. Now we're getting ridiculous. I can't do. I can't. Now we can.
Yo, but it's funny because I've been in a conversation. I sat on a conversation before where that has happened, where two homeboys at one she dated this guy one time, and she dated his homeboy another time, and they both had fucked her, and they talked about like certain things that she do, and they could guess. So those things do happen, not often, but they happen.
No, no,
They
no. I'm talking about I can't sit there listening to that. Is what I'm saying. If I'm just a third party to two
it
dudes
was,
talking about
she
that.
was sitting there laughing. I was like, this is weird as fuck.
Oh,
Like,
she was sitting there laughing.
yeah, and I was like, "You're not," and she's like, "Y'all play too much, y'all silly." And I was like, "You're not embarrassed."
Hold on, hold on. I thought this was just two homeboys talking about somebody that wasn't
No,
there. The person's in the building.
no, baby, they was in the building.
Why be John fucking Brown? Wow, wow. What? Oh, shit.
I knew
Yo,
I
yeah,
was gonna
I'm,
get
I'm
you.
I'll be
I knew I
42
was
years
gonna get
old
you
on
with this
Thursday.
subject because it was like I said, I don't want to tell him. I kind of want to ease him into it.
Look, I'll be 42 on Thursday. I don't have to play them reindeer games no more. I'm just not gonna do it. Now, I take all information in. Like I take all information in, but I don't go searching for shit.
I know. I feel the same way. I feel like there's certain things that land in my lap, and
Right
I'm
now,
always
I always say it's divine intervention when it lands in my lap. Now,
yes. And I always feel that I'm always confused because I'm just like, how the fuck did I get here? And why me? Lord, what are you trying to show me?
but it's that but a lot of times it's intuition of just like, man, all right, and I don't need to know the details. I just know. I just know.
Man, it is it's really funny because I just always wonder like, is this is the Dick Yelp review very detrimental or is it very helpful? Because like I said, there's some people that fuck with it heavy. There are some people that are just like
It can be abused too, though. It can be abused. I'm talking on the other side of like giving out a good review of
yeah,
like I'm gonna make a Twitter page with a bad looking chick on it and get the followers up to a certain amount, and then I'm gonna send a Dick Yelp review in for myself and say like, dig game, be digging that game in, and if I was you, I would dig the game, and then now I'm on fire, and it's lies.
yeah. I mean, yeah, it's weird because I always
I
like
need
I'm
personal references. How about that? It's like a job. I need a personal reference if I need to totally believe it. I need your top 3 references if I'm of like
hey,
personal stuff.
that's so funny because I you know how when people say like random weird shit about you on the internet or whatever, and I had just screenshot something to hear somebody called me a hoe today
A hoe?
on a post on this post that he and I share that I just uploaded. And I said to him, I was like, "Ooh, Barn, you just said something like you called me a hoe. My feelings are so hurt." And I was like, "It's always somebody, that's always looking for attention that took the time to type that." And I was just like thinking, I'm like, what you're saying to me is nothing different than no one has ever said to me. Hit me with some personal shit. Like say some wild shit that like nobody would know. And then, and you're behind a page that's private. Like I'm like, so this is either a bitter man that is upset or a bitter woman that's mad because she don't get the play that I get or that she thinks that I get because I don't get it.
It's so many factors, man. That's why I'll say this.
Oh, good. This is a good statement. What if the last person she was with didn't want to be put on, so he gave her a bad review without knowing?
Oh, you saying? Oh, so Chris, man, clarify this. So you saying like she didn't want to put it all out there, and she kind of like gave like some side booty type thing, like on some just kind of chill shit.
I've done that before, where
No,
I felt like, yeah,
but the thing though, I think as a man, I think for women, dick can be at levels. I think there's either trash or good for men. There's very few women coochies that are gonna be trash for men because we can figure out a way through this shit. Like if we can't figure out a way through this shit and get through this forest, then it's trash. Most men can figure out a way to get.
Have you ever faked an orgasm?
Of course.
But it was with that girl that you said was trash.
No, I didn't even fake no orgasm with her. She was just one-time thing. Why'd I gotta fake it with her?
Okay, so can you explain?
I faked it with women I've dated.
But why?
Because I was tired and I didn't want to make them feel bad and shit though, man. It was some sucker shit. Because and when somebody's trying, man, you don't want to, you kind of just.
They probably knew. Because like you probably like there are things that happen that just trigger certain things, like things where you get soft, and we know, like we know.
Maybe. So, oh, he said yeah. Okay, so he's saying basically she did put it on him. Yeah. So I mean, that's some stuff. Like I said, there's only two things for a man: trash, and that 90% of coochie is men is serviceable, probably more.
Yeah.
Even if she don't do no sounds and no acts, you can figure out a way to fight through it and get what you gotta get. For it to be trash, though, is another thing. I feel like even if she is in now, it may not be the most exciting or the best, but as a man in general, you can figure your way out to get where you need to get.
Okay, because I was just wondering. I was like, is there a way? What like how and like I'm hearing more stories now, like men telling their different experiences where they faked it. So I just was wondering. It was kind
of Chris Rock has a good joke with it where he says there's two different types of cum. There's a little dribble, and then there's a hard cum. That's it.
Yeah, I could see that. Especially because depending on like what's happening and how long, like if y'all edging or you're not even edging,
or you're not into it that much, and you're like, I can't, but it's like, I'm finna go motherfucking, go get this barbecue going on in the back, saying before
I feel like the drizzle is probably like a clarity nut.
Oh, I've had a lot of those.
So was it like a drizzle or was it like a explosion?
It could be either one. Like sometimes there's nothing that I realize I don't like her, even if it was good.
When you say you don't like her, you're like, okay, is this
somebody I'm trying to figure out how to get out of here.
Okay. So, but has this been somebody that you've been talking to for a minute?
Both. It could be somebody, either one. It's just for whatever reason, I didn't put it in my mind and I'm not fucking with them. I wouldn't say I'm not fucking with them. It's something. It was something about your feet. It was like something about your like left arm. I found out was longer than the other one. And look, I've had people clown me for being skinny, so I can't really talk shit at all. I had a girl tell a girl I was dating, and she told me, and it was a girl that I had already hit, told this other girl, I don't see how nobody really want to be with him. You see how small he is and skinny he is? Who would want to be with that? Keep in mind, but the girl I was kicking it with didn't know I had hit that other girl, though. So she didn't know why the hate was hitting, but I knew. I know.
I don't know. I
I've been skinny my whole life. You ain't nothing you gonna be able to
I've
tell
been
me
skinny my
shit about being
whole
skinny.
life, and there's nothing I can do about it.
And it is no joke. I have not heard about myself that you gonna be able to
Right.
take.
And then half the jokes don't even be funny. Now, the
No.
one time, okay, so now I will say this. My play brother had a joke that was funny. And it wasn't even, and it was more of a song. And he redid Bump, Bump, Bump and said, baby, turn around and let me see those sexy bones go clack, clack, clack. That was the only time. That was the only time where some shit been funny. But this nigga was just as skinny as me.
See, yeah, I don't even trip off that stuff, man. Like that don't phase me. And maybe I like if somebody told me that like something was wrong with my intellect or like I was a dumbass nigga or something, then I might take that person. Like
Yeah,
nothing
I don't
physically. You
know.
saying anything physically about me doesn't hurt me.
Have you ever fucked somebody and you didn't fuck them good and you was like, damn, I kinda like need a redo?
Yeah, of course. Yeah, that's what I said. I got some bad Yelp reviews out there.
Yeah, and I would say I haven't really had like many experiences like that, but it's been so stuff. I was like, I probably could have fucked him better than that.
Yeah, I was
But
slick.
then I was like,
I was bad on pimping.
yeah, and then I was
Okay, so
like,
Chris Christian jumped back in. He said, "Oh, that's why I feel like a review on her past may not be what she can actually do."
yeah, it
I
depends.
agree, my brother.
So here's the thing,
I
Chris. When it
agree.
comes to women, sometimes we'll get in a space.
I think
What you say, D?
I think the women, like men reviewing women, isn't like that's not even like equilateral. Like it's a lot. Niggas be hating a lot,
Yeah, they
way
do.
more than women will.
Yeah, and I think women. That's why I was saying like the Dick Young review for women probably be better off for us just because it's like it kind of gives us insight. Like
Yeah,
I could even say just it's just like and it depends on what the relationship is, what the dynamic is. Like if I feel like I'm fucking you just to fuck you, and I'm just like, fine, nigga, like here, you're not getting a Meryl Streep performance. You're not. And you can lie, you can tell, like, yo, okay, I'll give you an example. And this was a really weird experience. And this is the only time that I'm cognizant of when this happened because it got back to me. And I hooked up with this guy that I knew through my brother.
keep talking, Dom. I'm finna fix me a drink. I hear you.
And I hooked up with this guy, like, and not really because I wanted to, like, I felt obligated to. And so it was like weird, like it was really like he was like a nice looking dude, but he was like obnoxious, and it was all. But then it was
Hold on,
like
Don. You give us some charity pussy.
I was trying to, but clearly my pussy was like, no, bitch. And then he was like wanted to fuck raw, and I was like, nigga, I don't know you.
Oh, damn,
Like
you trying to
I
go raw.
don't. But
You
then
trying to go raw, right?
he told my brother, which was still weird. He tried to say that I had trash pussy, and I was like, well, this is strange because I got
Oh,
niggas,
dang. Okay, dang.
and I was like, I got niggas that I ain't fucked in like years that know how good my pussy is that still be on my line trying to get back.
I
So I
wonder
don't
if
know.
the other girl that I said that about says the same thing. Not saying you're not wrong. I'm just talking about like that she be trying to fill them out like because she was talking heavy shit though. That was the thing, and I should have known she was talking
Yeah.
big heavy shit. It wasn't like she was like just come through. She was talking that heavy shit.
Yeah, I don't. It's weird. I don't know. I can't really explain it, but I just knew that like the nigga was corny. Like let's just be really clear. Like the nigga was just really really corny, and like and me even having to have this conversation with my brother, like nigga, like this motherfucker's a lie because I can call like 6 niggas right now that want to fuck.
Mm-hmm.
So what are you talking about? Like who is he trying to fool? Because his dick game is whack.
Yeah, hey Chris, to answer your question, I would say yes, man. Because it depends on what part of my life I was in,
Yeah.
what I was going through, what my energy with you, like how I'm feeding off you, and vice versa. What's my feelings towards you? What's our passion? There's so many different. Like I have a scale from 1 to 10.
So, okay, so we're gonna wrap it up. So this is my question to you.
Mm-hmm.
If you had a Dick Yelp review,
Mm-hmm. I have around a good 7. You know what I'm
so what
saying?
is supposed to say? What'd you say?
I said about a good 7, 7.5. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know.
That you think that's what people will rate you?
Yeah, you know, he's got an average size, nice size penis, not nothing over the top. You know, a great kisser, can eat coochie well, and but he's not super romantic. You know, but he'll give you great conversation before and afterwards. I think that'd be pretty much my rope review.
That's a very Aquarius Yelp review.
Not romantic and shit, but he's gonna give you great conversation. Y'all gonna have fun. Y'all gonna talk about some deep shit. You know, I ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing like, ooh, baby, baby, baby. I ain't doing none of that shit either. You know, and it's gonna go from 0 to 60 too.
Oh
Because
my gosh.
you're gonna be with me, and you're gonna be like, we just chilling, and all of a sudden we banging.
Oh my gosh. I hate you. I hate you. I hate you.
So I'm gonna say like a good solid 7. I said good 7. You know what I'm saying? Good 70.
If I don't know, like even if it existed for women, I don't know. Like I think I'm gonna say
Women are pass or fail.
well listen, based on what I've been told and how things have happened and how the boxes caused a lot of confusion for people if they like I thought we was friends with benefits, but now I'm really fucking with you. If you reeling these niggas in, I don't know. My pussy might be like a 20 out of 10. It depends, but I'm also
It's
like
pass or fail, Dom. With women, it's pass or fail.
No, it depends. I'm kind of like you. It's the same thing. Like, but sometimes I feel like as I've gotten older, I'm a little more romantic. And
I realize, I think maybe it's from a course. We feed off of the romance of the other person, or like how they make us kind of feel for our romance. Like we're not overly romantic. Like some people just romantic regardless how the fuck the person is.
Yeah,
we kind of feed off of the energy of like how we feeling, or like how the other person kind of gives us back. So we kind of feed the romance into what's kind of given us, if that makes sense. And I know
we try to control it instead of just letting go and let it be. I feel like we try to control certain things, and that's what happens, and that kind of gets us into trouble because we are so protective of ourselves. And not wanting to and staying true to ourselves. So when things happen that kind of throw us into an emotional space that's foreign to us, it gets really it gets interesting, and where we try to manipulate the situation in our favor. But I'm gonna say like based on the experiences that have happened and how men have like turned crazy on me, and I don't even be doing nothing, and I feel like I'm pretty honest out the gate. So I'm gonna say I'm somewhere between. Somebody said this. Boy, get out of here! You just typed that and I saw you. Wait, that's not you.
No, what are you talking about?
Somebody said most women have trash cooch. They think they pretty and can get over with lackluster stuff. No, I be trying because listen, in my mind, I'm gonna say this before we
have a delay though too, and I'm like trying to look up stuff over here. So we got like a delay. I'm like typing stuff, trying to look up stuff as you like talking about something. I'm like, oh, what about this? Because like you gave me like an idea. What did you just tell? Like now I gotta go look up this dude. I'm saving tabs from stuff you're talking about. So I got the dude Simon Rex in one tab. Yeah, like I started all these tabs and stuff you're talking about. Like, ooh, let me put this in my other computer so I can read it afterwards.
Okay, so.
But oh no, my man.
This is a man's. I will say this. I don't know if you mean it from the standpoint of what James Brown was talking about, because that's different.
I'm assuming it is. I always caution towards what's presented.
Yes. So we think because what he was saying in that song was something. It was like polar opposite, like a little bit like. I don't think it's what.
Well, I think the song is like misogynistic and gangster and very pro woman at the same time.
Yeah. Okay. Perfect.
Right. It's both. It's literally a contradiction. The song.
Yeah. That's the perfect way to explain it. Okay. So with that said, I like to be an experience for people. I try to leave people how I
100%.
find them and how I meet them, regardless of if it's you're my partner, you're my friend, whatever the case may be, you my relative. So I like to pride myself on being an experience. And so I hope that my hope is, like I said, this is just based on what I am told, based on how men act with me. I'm ranking myself a little higher because I am also, when it comes to certain things, and when we get in that space, I try to be a little submissive. And when I say submissive, I don't mean like, oh, letting this nigga lead the way and all this. I mean, in the bedroom, I try to let y'all have a little fun. Okay. I only really have like 2 deal breakers that I know of right now, as I'm like still exploring different things. But I will say I'm a good time. I like to have fun, and I don't want boring sex. I want the foreplay. I want all of this stuff. But I think that some men probably feel like women's boxes are trash is because they are lacking in the foreplay area.
Oh, I
And
was also going to say though, and even talking about myself in this, and when I'm saying this statement of you didn't open her up
yeah,
for whatever reason, maybe you didn't open her up, and that's includes myself when saying that. You know what I
yeah,
mean? Like that's not saying that look. Maybe I didn't open up some women. I was like, yo, it was just maybe I didn't open them up to a certain extent, and I'm not saying this all the time, but some of the times it is that a woman may not have felt fully comfortable with you, or you didn't open them up to make them feel comfortable or take them to another place. It could be so many different factors with that, man. All this shit is fucking not scientific, man, unless you're a porn star. Those are the pros.
yeah, yeah.
Everybody
That's
else is playing
real.
semi-pro.
Yeah.
Everybody else is playing
And
semi-pro.
And any guy that's listening that could be having issues in that area, I ask that you go back and listen to
Not the pagan episode, right?
no, not the Peg episode. I just had an amazing sexpert on 2 weeks ago, and it is called The Art of Foreplay. So we talk about like different things and different tips that men and women can try to really get lock in with their partners. So with that said, I'm getting up out of here, and you
Yeah,
get.
no, look, hey, look, thank you, Don, for having me on, man. We'll be back this week too, though, with Married at First Sight too.
We'll be back 2 episodes this week. We're reviewing.
This suck
Married
ass
at
through
First
the
Sight
air.
is a key. It is a good time. And listen, I'm gonna say this.
Air suck ass.
I don't have to say it. So then never mind. But I will say this. I appreciate all the birthday love. I'm grateful and thankful for every person that came out, that sent me a
Yeah,
text.
Dom, your subs has been going up. I'm seeing you, baby.
And I'm trying. I'm really trying, and really trying to be focused. I'm just super blessed. I'm super happy to be here, and I think every year that I get, I'm just really extremely blessed. And I don't think we sit in that enough. And I reflect back on my life, and my mom
Journey. It's
passing.
a beautiful struggle.
Yeah, like it is. And I think about, the way I think about stuff, and the way that I move and navigate, my mom passing when I was super, like I was 6 months, my sister was 3, and she was only 32. And so for my sister to be able to make it to 39, I'm 36, it is beauty within that too, being able to be here and be extensions of our mom, and living
Yeah.
our life, and you know just trying to be the best versions of ourselves that we can be. So and I'm pretty sure that you are just as grateful because you have another birthday. You made it to 42.
Man,
A lot of people don't make it where we from.
look, man, rest in peace to Dave from De La Soul, man.
Yeah.
It's a big one, man, for us in hip hop, man. And also rest in peace to one of my homeboys, Lance, man, who passed a week or two ago, man. We'll talk about the circumstances because that's all craziness right now with that.
Not the photographer.
No. This one of my homeboys from graduate school. Yeah,
Okay, I was like, oh my god, I'm
no,
like,
no.
but even Kevin, passing.
Yeah, Kevin Jordan, man, that's another one.
And
Yeah.
him it was weird this year not to get a birthday message. That consistently he would send me birthday messages,
Yeah.
uh, happy birthday. So, we just have to cherish people. And that's very cliche, but when I say that, I really try to tell people and tell my friends and whoever I'm like affiliated with, like when I got the phone sometimes, I really appreciate you. I really love you. And I'm just appreciative, like, and thankful for our friendship that we've crossed paths and become family. So we just really tell people that because life is so freaking short. It's so short.
Yeah. Look,
So,
hey,
I
appreciate y'all, man.
we appreciate y'all. We appreciate y'all tuning in. Every like, every comment means a lot, except for that person that was trying to be cute that called me a hoe. Fine.
Hey, shoot me who it is though. I want to see. I want to stalk
It's
them.
it's a private account, and I'm just gonna say this: if I don't hoe, I'm a really good hoe.
Hey, look. Hey, you know I got a backdoor way to that. I'll hit you up about it.
Oh yeah, tell me.
You
So
already know. I know. You already know. I know the ways.
okay, so I'm gonna send you a screen. I'm gonna send you the screenshot.
Yep, I'm on
So
it.
y'all, I don't forget we got our candles. We got 2 new amazing sis. Actually, I think I didn't realize 314 day was coming up. I think I'm gonna have to drop a 314 day scent super quick.
Ooh, what's the 314 scent gonna look like?
I don't know. It might have to smell like gasoline, piss, and dead bodies.
Hey, I was just in the West Side today too, man.
I don't know, but then it'll be something because I don't even have, like, now in hindsight, I was thinking about it. I don't even have a St. Louis scent in the line, and St. Louis is like prevalent, like that name, like in Paris and like France. So it's so funny. So I'm gonna have to think of something super quick. I got some oils in here that I might have to just whip something up and put it out there for 314 day, and we gonna see. So I
Wow.
appreciate y'all for tuning in, and I'll see y'all back here next week.
Peace.